Here are the 7 secrets to build an aesthetic body. Most guys struggle to build an aesthetic body, not because they don't train hard, but because they focus on the wrong things. And I remember when I started lifting weights, I was working super hard. I was consistent in the gym, I was training hard, I was experimenting so many things in my diet, and I've also gained some amount of muscle. I had made some progress in the gym and I have made some muscles, but I didn't look aesthetic. I didn't look what I wanted to look like. My arms were still skinny and my arms look weird because that was not aesthetic, and my shoulders and arms ratio was not good enough, and my abs were not looking sexy enough, and my upper chest was still not grown enough, and I was still having that collarbone and everything, and I was not lean enough, and I was not looking sexy, and I was not looking what I wanted to look like. And all of this because is I didn't know how to train for aesthetics and what muscle groups to focus on. And an average gym guy goes to the gym like with a total retarded mindset. He works out every single day like brain dead. He don't know how to train for aesthetics. He don't know what muscle groups to focus on. He don't know what to eat and everything. So that's why most guys struggle to look good and to look aesthetic and attractive even if they are going to the gym and even if they are working hard. And I was in the same situation. I was not looking aesthetic even if I was working hard and training hard in the gym, and like even if I had gained some muscles. And all of this is before I have discovered some secrets that helped me to build an aesthetic body. And I want to pass on to you some advice and some secrets that will help you to build an aesthetic body faster. And before I give you some advice, just scroll down right now and subscribe to this channel so that more young men would see this video and they would also start their fitness journey and build an aesthetic body. So the number one thing that held me back to build an aesthetic body is I was not training my shoulders enough. I was training my arms, I was training my back and my chest and everything, but I was not training my lateral delts and my shoulders enough. And especially if you want to gain an aesthetic body, if you want to build an aesthetic body, you have to focus more on your lateral delt, which gives you that wide and broader look in your upper body. So most of the guys struggle a lot with having that broad and attractive shoulders because they don't train their lateral delts enough. And for aesthetic, you have to train your lateral delts more so that you have that attractive and wide look. And lateral means side and delt means the shoulder. So what I mean by that, you have to do more lateral raises with dumbbells or with a cable machine to focus more on the side delt, which is the round shoulder, and that gives you that round 3D look in the shoulder. And also you have to focus more on the rear delt, which is the back of your shoulder, which is mainly like a small muscle group, like a 2 fingers muscle group. And most of the guys neglect this muscle because they don't know how to train it and it feels uncomfortable to train and everything. They only focus on their front delt, which is their anterior delt, which doesn't matter that much in aesthetics. So for aesthetic, just focus on more on your lateral delt and or real delt. So the second secret is you are not lean enough. Maybe you have gained some amount of muscle and you have made some progress in the gym, but you also have to show off your muscles by having a low body fat percentage. If you don't have a low body fat percentage, you can't show off your lean, attractive muscles. So by all means, you have to also focus on decreasing the body fat percentage by not eating junk food and carbohydrates and some sugar syrups and everything. You have to also focus on the cutting phase rather than being on a dirty bulking or some increasing your body fat percentage and everything. Number 3 is you're not training your arms correctly. Average gym guys focus more on training their triceps and their biceps and their forearms and everything, but most of the gym guys know that the triceps is a bigger muscle than the biceps and they have to focus on the triceps more to add more inches in their arms. And which is true, but for aesthetics this is not true. Aesthetic body and training for aesthetic focuses more on looking attractive and having that attractive look, which doesn't come from bulky and having that big tricep look. So we don't have to train our triceps more, but rather our biceps more. Even if our biceps is smaller, like a bicep is a smaller muscle group as compared to the tricep, but you have to train more of your biceps rather than your triceps. Of course, like you have to also train your tricep, but to not look weird at all. But focus more on your biceps and your forearms to to have that aesthetic look. Number 4 is your waist is too big even if you're lean. I remember a friend of mine, I met him in the gym and I was like taking my pictures, like taking my shirtless pictures in the mirror, and I was like shirtless and pumped up and everything. He approached me and he was telling me and appreciating me that you have a nice body and everything. And I've told him that you have to also take off your shirt, like let's take some pictures and everything. And I've seen his body, he's like, he gained some amount of muscle and he has like more muscle than me, but he was not attractive. He doesn't have that V-taper look, but rather that box shape look, because he was not training his chest and lats and his shoulders more, but rather his obliques and abs. So that's why he gained more muscle in his abdominals and his obliques, which has disrupted his V-taper. And I've asked him that, why are you looking like that? You have gained some muscle, but you're not big enough. You look like kind of like a skinny boy. And he was telling me that this is because I was training a lot of like cardio and my abs and like crunches and decline crunches and everything for the past 1-2 year. And I was not going to the gym and training my upper body enough, like chest and lats and shoulders enough. And that is also a biggest mistake most beginners like who are fatty and obese make, that they focus more on their cardio and crunches and their abdominal muscle more, rather than focusing more on building up more muscle in their upper body, like upper chest, and on aesthetic muscles more. So don't focus more on your obliques and abs and more. That will disrupt your waistline and that will make your waistline too big and it will disrupt your V-taper. Number 5 is you're not taking any progress pictures or even looking at your physique often in the mirror. And what I mean by that, you have to also look for improvement in your physique, like what muscle groups are weak and what muscle groups you have to focus more on, and which is not possible if you're not even looking at your physique and if you're not taking any pictures. And so many average gym guys are shy, like they are insecure about their body, like I'm not going to be shirtless and I'm not gonna look myself in the mirror and everything, because they're too shy and introvert kind of like to even look at their physique that they have worked hard on. So don't be that guy, that shy introvert kind of guy that doesn't even look at his body because he was too ashamed to go shirtless and even looking at his body and taking shirtless pictures. So don't be that guy and start taking your shirtless pictures, so that you will also improve in your photography and your shirtless pictures taking skills, and also you will look yourself and that what muscle group that you have to focus on, which doesn't possible if you're not even looking at yourself. And also take pictures of your back as well, so that you will see that what muscle group that you have to focus more on, like your middle traps or your rear delts or your upper traps or maybe your lats and everything. So keep that in mind, that take picture like once or twice in a week and look for improvement in your physique. Number 6 is your upper chest is underdeveloped. When I started lifting weights, I have made some progress and I have gained some amount of muscle in my chest, but I was not looking attractive and my chest was not looking aesthetic, and that was because I was not training my upper chest enough. And most of the guys in the gym, like the average gym guys, goes to the gym and train their chest more, but they work on their flat bench press, decline bench press and their flies and everything, and they don't even train their upper chest more. But if you're looking for aesthetics and if you want an aesthetic body, just focus only on your upper chest and it will also grow your lower chest and your middle chest as well. But you don't have to train your lower chest and your middle chest more, so kind of like disrupt that flat and aesthetic look in your chest. Just focus only on your upper chest and believe me, you will see the difference in like next 3 to 4 months. Number 7 is your mindset is weak and you'll keep searching for shortcuts. And I was also the one who was like very impatient and I was looking for shortcuts to gain muscles faster and everything. And that was because I was not aware of the purpose of going to the gym and building an aesthetic body. And now I've realized that it is not only about building an aesthetic body, it is also about living healthy and living longer. And we have chosen this for life, not only for shortcuts or not only for the girls and attention and everything. We are doing this for our future self and for our family and everything. And if your goal is shorter, if you just wanted to build an aesthetic body to attract some girls and to be a degenerate stuff, you will keep looking for shortcuts. First, you have to change your mindset to kind of like see this journey, like the fitness journey, as a purpose of living and as a purpose to improve your health and everything. And for me personally, I am doing this for my future self and my family to kind of live longer and also teach my future generation about it. And you have to also take this fitness journey, like transforming your physique and transforming your body seriously, and you have to see this journey as a lifestyle, as a way of living, not to reach on a destination like you build an aesthetic body. Now it's I'm not going to the gym and everything. You have to see this as a lifestyle, as a way of living, and you have to keep doing this until you die. And this is all. If you're serious about transforming your physique and building an aesthetic body, I have broken down all of this information about the diet and also about the training in my aesthetic body course, and I've given out the exact steps that I've used to build an aesthetic body inside of that course. And if you're interested in that, you can check it out in the first link in the description. Goodbye.